Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Ryan with Artists and Kennels. Today I'm making a video for you on breeding XL Bullies. Is it a good idea or not? What I would say, to start this off is breeding XL Bullies and breeding any kind of dogs is not for everybody, okay? I'm going to put that out there right now that it's really, really not for everybody. You might have one litter and never want to do it again. It's meant for some people and some people it's not, okay? Whelping, okay? So whelping, the first 2 weeks, you gotta get up every, 3 hours to feed the puppies, with these dogs, with these puppies, for me, for example, I don't let the mom just be with the puppies, okay? When the puppies need to eat, I put them with the mom, and when they're not eating, they're in their own little area so the mom doesn't squish them. That's the number one way you lose puppies, with these XL Bullies anyways. So, it's time consuming. To have a litter, it costs money, expenses, the food, all the, necessary supplies that you need for the breeding, the supplements for the female. It can, become pretty expensive in the long run. And if you don't have the market, to sell these puppies, then you're pretty much doing it for no reason. You're going to go in the negative, okay? So, you definitely want to be able to be somebody that has some sort of marketing skills, like social media. For example, it's important to have a YouTube, very important to have an Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all that. You can't just come into this game or this industry thinking that just because you bought the best dogs, that it's going to be very lucrative for you. That's not it at all. That's just the beginning. It's kind of almost like how people will celebrate for starting a company and doing like a grand opening, but really it's not, you shouldn't really be celebrating too much about that because anybody can just start a company, you know what I mean? And it's all about being successful and, being a successful breeder, if you will. That's very, very important. So it takes a lot. It takes a lot of time, energy. It could take away from your family. And, I just wanted to get on here and really explain this stuff to you to save you guys time and money and really help you think about things in a different way, okay? In this industry right now, it's 2024. It's very, very saturated, okay? So I've been breeding for almost 10 years now, and I've seen a lot, okay? So there's waves, and you got to make adjustments. And, another thing is like, if you can't handle seeing like, dead puppies, for example, and, or, getting rid of puppies and you just want to like keep them all, like, it's not for you either, because you're going to see some stuff whelping these puppies that you don't want to see, stillborns and stuff like that. I've seen some, crazy stuff, breeding, and like I said, it's just not for everybody because some people just can't handle that kind of stuff. And then they ended up turning around and then, not breeding anymore, and they put a lot of money into it. And, another thing that's very, very important, you guys, is like where you guys get your puppies, okay? That's very, very important as well. You need to do your research on the people that you're looking to get a puppy from before you just hop on the phone, calling everybody, trying to make deals and negotiate and asking them about pricing, get to know these people, not necessarily like get to know them, but just do your research, look at their page, look at their testimonials, who are they doing business with, who's commenting on their stuff, are they reputable, you know what I mean? You could run into a breeder that has only had a litter or two or about to have their first litter, and they could be great people. They could be doing everything responsible. Their dogs could, have super fire pedigrees, and that's also, a good way to go. You just got to do your research, whether you're dealing with a big breeder or a more small time breeder that's just getting into it. Just do your research and make sure that you're not buying a puppy from a clown, because you're going to end up with a huge migraine. You know what I mean? And it's not going to go away right away either. So you just got to, do your research and also talk to the people, get a vibe from them, see how long they're willing to stay on the phone with you. See if you can get them on the phone, because, some people, it's hard to get them on the phone, and, you wanna really get to know if you're gonna bring your money, your hard-earned money, right? And especially in this oversaturated industry, and you're gonna buy a puppy, make sure it's from somebody that deserves it. You know what I mean? Make sure it's somebody that's putting in work, doing everything the right way, and explaining and taking the time to tell you the goods and the bads, not just everything that you want to hear. Okay? There's a lot of people out here who just want your money, and then they don't know you anymore, or they're not going to help you market your dog, or they're not going to give you all the advice, and they're a completely different person after they got your money and the deal's done. For me as a breeder, I look for long-term business, friendship, relationships with my customers and people. I'm not after a quick dollar. If I can help you in a small amount at the beginning, I feel like in the long run, we can do different things, maybe even outside of the dog business. So I don't like burning people. I was already very successful before I even got into this industry. And even if I wasn't, I would have kept and stayed by, doing things by the book, staying organized, doing the best that I can for my people. But, I come from a professional background. I helped grow an educational technology company. So I had 8 years of experience in that field before I got into these dogs. So I really understood sales, and customer support, which is very, very important because, Mother Nature is in control of a lot of this, okay? There's some things that you're not in control of, and you have to understand how to handle situations properly, especially with a lot of people out here. They're clowns and they're uneducated, or they're faulty breeders. And I do business with a bunch of breeders. I've been burnt. I've been ripped off, and I people put me through some stuff just because they've never seen a dollar in their life and they wanted to get greedy, or they just turned into a different completely different person when they saw a little bit of money, like they've never had or seen any money before. You know what I mean? And those are the type of people you got to watch out for when you are getting into this industry, dealing with other breeders when you're new, because you want to connect with people in the bully industry, but just be careful not to connect with the wrong people. They'll even approach you and try to sell you some stuff or sell you a dream and stuff, and then you're not going to find out till later that they are just fucked up people. You know what I mean? So just take your time. Don't be in too much of a rush. You know what I mean? If you are trying to start off breeding, I would say, for myself, I was planning on like having litters and stuff. So I started with a female, because a female takes, 2 years to be able to breed, on their second heat, if they're around 2 years. It'd be good to breed them if everything's checked out, health checked, they're healthy females and all that. And then a male you can breed as early as 10 months. I wouldn't suggest trying to, pull your dog a bunch at 10 months, but you could test them at 10 months and see how that goes. But I typically like to wait like a year to breed a male. But just wanted to throw that out there, you guys, that if you wanted to start off, a female is going to take about 2 years from the time that you buy, that girl, to actually breed her. As a male, it's going to be about, 10 months to a year, maybe even a little over a year, to breed your male. So it's a good idea to start off with a female, because you're going to have a litter and you want people to see like, hey, these guys have had a litter before. They understand, what it takes to whelp. They understand the industry and stuff like that. If you try to just, buy a dog, right, like a male, for example, and you don't have any of these dogs, it looks cool. So it's like a cool business card, but only if you're going to put in work with the male. And when I mean put in work, like going to the shows, connecting with other people, getting your male out there, making sure that you're giving it the best products that you can, for the health, the exercise, and actually training and putting in work on stacking and stuff. That's how you're going to get, your stud out there more, right? And, like I said, again, social media, making sure that you're posting the right content of this stud or this, upcoming stud and stuff like that. But you guys really have to understand too, you could buy a puppy from somebody and it could come off of like a couple famous dogs, and that puppy might end up like not a good breeding dog and actually a pet home dog, right? And you don't want to breed that because your name's on it. So you don't want to show up to shows with pet home dogs that aren't, you know, close to the breed standard, right? Because that's what you're trying to breed. We're trying to stay and breed for purpose, which is staying, you know, close to the breed standard. So you don't want to show up to these shows and you don't want to breed dogs that are pet homes, because you're going to end up with funky, you know, skinny looking, not bully dogs, right? And that's going to have your name on it. So be careful about your breeding stock, okay? Don't go crazy and buying a shitload of puppies at first. I mean, if you got it like that, cool. But if you're, you know, trying to be more conservative, you don't have all the money in the world, I would start off with just a couple dogs, you know, and then see how your first breeding goes. Okay, so trying to think if there's anything else that I really need to cover, you guys. Just staying organized. If you're gonna get into this breeding industry, make sure everything's organized. Okay, make sure your notes are updated. You know, have a place for your shots, all your supplements. Just be like really clean and organized. You know, especially if you're going to be having a litter and like whelping puppies, you know, watch videos on YouTube or reach out to somebody like myself. I'm always want to help people that are getting into this industry. The difference between me and a lot of other breeders, and I'm not trying to knock, you know, big time breeders, is this is what I do full time. So I don't have a ton of dogs, but I have quality, you know, and all my stuff is very, very organized. And because I don't have a lot of dogs, right, I have more time to work with my customers. So I'm able to go more one-on-one, you know, teach you stuff when it comes to training your dog, raising a puppy, growing a stud's name, all this stuff in the book. You know, you can find more videos on the YouTube, but you can also get me on a call, you guys. I don't charge to talk on the phone. So, you know, one of the best ways to reach out to me is on Instagram. Go ahead and send me a message, follow Artisan Kennels. And another thing, since I have you guys here on this video, is if you guys don't know what Nuvet is, it's a supplement, okay? So I endorse Nuvet, okay? And I'm pretty much like a Nuvet rep, okay? So if you guys want to get and know more about why I use Nuvet, I'm going to be making some videos coming out here pretty soon, but that's the best supplement. Their products are cold pressed, okay? They've been around for 24 years. And this kind of goes back into giving your dogs the best stuff, you guys. You know, I'm highly recommending Nuvet. I've been trying a bunch of different supplements for a long time now, and I just really, really like the research that I did on the company, the product itself, and then obviously the end results of, you know, what it's providing for my dogs. So you guys check out Nuvet. You can find the link in my bio, okay, and just click on it and go ahead and order. And like I said, if you want more information about anything that I'm talking about in any of my videos, go ahead and just reach out to me direct, or you can send a message in the comments. I don't check the comments too often, but I try to. So if I don't get back to you right away, like I said, the quickest way is to message me on Instagram. And then also go to my website, artisankennels.com, you guys. But yeah, thank you very, very much for your time. I'm somebody in this industry that likes to help people. You know, my target focus is to help people that are getting into this industry or considering getting into this industry, so I can save them a lot of time, money, and actually be somebody, you know, that can assist and be there for them, because that's very, very important. You need a mentor, you know, that's not going to bullshit you, that's going to get straight to the point on all this, so you're not wasting your time, money, and energy, and you're putting these dogs in the best situation, you guys. Well, if you guys have any questions, like I said, reach out. Thank you very much for your time. You guys have a great day, and until next time.